I apologize, you guys. I meant to have the process part 4 up last week and this weekend. However, I'm having some technical difficulties. I'm working on a new site that I'm extremely excited about, that everyone in CG Nation is invited to be a part of, and all full episodes of the process will be on this site from now on. Just having a couple of technical difficulties. The site should be ready and everything should be up and running Tuesday, if not definitely next week. So again, I apologize, you guys. Just continue to be patient. I love you. And if you want to learn how to get free money and gift cards, and the easiest way to do that, make sure you check out the last video I posted. It is totally awesome, totally legit. So go check out that video after you watch this one. Stay tuned for great things to come. Black people. Okay. My peoples. Ooh, my peoples. Yes, Jesus. Okay. Whew. Now look, it is what it is. It has happened. We all get that. Yes, we are praying. Yes, we are leaning on Jesus. Hallelujah. Okay, but reality is we got to live this life now. Now, what I'm hoping is, as a culture, we can finally come together. We built this country. From our hands, built the foundations of this country. The blood on our ancestors' hands did this. The blood on our ancestors' hands fought so that we could have the chance to vote. The blood on our ancestors' hands fought so that we can have a chance to at least feel somewhat equal. See, back like in the 60s and everything, the 70s, there were leaders who actually stood up in the black community. We don't really have that many prominent leaders right now that are leading us. And for some reason, we are still very ununified. Do we not realize how powerful we are as a people? Do we not realize how intelligent we are as a people? Do we not realize that we are the root of people? Black people. Yeah, I'm talking right now. Black people, do we not realize that everybody done came from Africa anyways? We are the root. We are the root. Now, this is not to say for us to be so-called superior and a superior being, blah, 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 because we have a world now of all different type of races. But for some reason, our race just wants to stay divided because of the oppression that we went through. I get it. We went through a whole lot of oppression that can't no other race relate to. We went through oppression from white people and our own people. White people sold us and our own people sold us. So we got it on both sides. But we've got to come together. Now, we can either let Donald Trump come in office and tear us down even more, or we could use this as an opportunity to unify and build. I'm not better than you, black woman, black man, and you're not better than me, black woman, black man. I love you, black woman, black man, and I pray that you love me too, black woman, black man. But we've got to stop this. We've got to have meetings. We've got to have people, we've got to have groups in different cities making changes. We've got to be teaching our youth, because I'm going to another thing about this whole voting thing. We've got to be teaching our youth. I'm my own businesswoman now, but my whole life, even what I do on YouTube and my videos is still geared towards young people. My whole life since college has always been to empower, enlighten, and teach young people, because majority of the media is affecting their mind and teaching them stuff that ain't truth. So that's always been a calling of mine and a passion of mine. But we've really, as a people, have to come together. Instead of seeing more black people saying they leaving, I pray that I start seeing more black people saying that they staying and that they're doing something about this. This is a prime time for us to come together with businesses. This is a prime time for us to come together and encourage and uplift our HBCUs, historically black colleges, for those of you who don't know. This is a prime time for us to pour into our black men. This is a prime time for us to address welfare. We already know the dynamics of a single family household. We already know what that does in the black population. I mean, there's so many issues that we need to address in our culture and fix. Let's start thinking that way. Because that's the type of person I am. Okay, stuff has hit the fan. What we gonna do about it? One of the things I'm doing about it is talking about it and trying to get other people to talk so that we can do something. Next thing. Okay, on this whole teaching people, our minorities, and our youth. My next thing is on this whole electoral college thing. Because I've seen this on TV. I've heard this from so many people, especially black people, that our vote does not. Okay, so my mom just walked in, so I had to pause that. But let's understand the electoral college, and let's understand why the electoral college is important, let's understand why our vote is important and why our vote controls the electoral college. All right, here we go. There are several states that have a higher electoral college. The electoral college are basically, I'm going to say this real plain, are a couple of people that have the vote for that party, be it Democratic, Republican, or whatever, or independent. You can have a presidential race and a person get the majority vote across the country. But if they did not win those states with the majority electoral college vote, then it doesn't matter. So basically what I'm saying is, whatever state you vote in, the majority party that votes the most wins the electoral college vote. So if more Democrats win a state from their votes, then the Democratic electoral college vote wins. So it's just like this. Let's say one day your mayor says, hey, come downtown. I'm giving $1 million to the race that shows up with the most people. The ethnic race that shows up with the most people. So you got white people running to the mayor's office. You got black people running. You got Hispanics running. You got Muslims running. You got Chinese, Vietnamese. They all running to the mayor's office. The mayor looks and he counts. And he says, oh, look, there's more Mexicans here today. So Mexicans, because you are the greater majority, you're going to get this $1 million. It's the same way with the electoral college. Whichever party runs to the polls as the majority and wins as the majority, they get that electoral college vote. So for all these little memes that say, hey, Hillary won the majority vote, but Donald Trump still won because electoral college, our vote doesn't matter, that's bull. Get that ignorance out of your mind. Now, mind you, if you didn't just want to vote because you didn't like any candidate, just say that. But do not say you didn't vote because of the electoral college, because when you say that means you showing that you don't know what you're talking about. Our vote controls which electoral college gets the vote. So you do need to vote. Get that mind frame out. That electoral college win, blah, blah, blah. We need to vote. Because after 4 years, we got to get this man out. Let me tell you something. Now I got to look at his scrunched up doo-doo face. I done already said this in my last thing. Racist, bigot, sexist self for 4 years. Unless God does something, which I am praying for. But I got to look at this man. So those of you who want to sit on your butt and don't want to vote, get up the next election and vote. Because you control the electoral college for your state. Ugh. Okay, so my last thing is, for those of y'all who didn't vote, don't be getting all upset for those of us who did, who don't like the fact that you didn't. Because we don't. I hate people who don't do stuff, but then want to still talk trash. If you ain't do nothing, sit down and let it happen. Don't talk no trash. Sit down and reap what's about to happen. Because the same people who are majority sitting down who didn't vote ain't doing a thing for your community either. So sit down. Because I'm also seeing comments that saying, oh, well, Donald Trump ain't going to get away with it. Do y'all not realize the House and everything now is Republican? The Supreme Court seat is about to be Republican. You going to say, oh, he can't get away. He doesn't have It's Republican. That's why Obama had such a hard time. For some of y'all who want to act like he didn't do nothing. He can't do nothing out the House and things like that. He has to have the support of the House. But at least it was a Democrat who fought against that. Now you got all Republican. Everything. Thank you, Mama. Everything. Mama outside saying all Republican, everything, amen. For 4 years. And it is real. I'll be 90 by then. You will be, you won't be 90, Mama. Okay. You'll be, okay. Anyways, this is real. This is a real time. It hurts me, and it's okay for me to hurt. It's okay for me to mourn for our country, because I'm not only mourning for myself. My mama, who's right out the door talking, I'm mourning for her. She was brought up in this racism. She was brought up in it. She knows what it feels like. And for her to have to turn on the TV over 60 years old and see that she and her daughter may possibly have to go through the same thing, right, again, that hurts her.
Dr. King.
Okay, Mama.
Not.
I know.
Put that in there.
Dr. King.
You know?
I've been saying it the whole time.
My parents went to school with him.
I know.
They need to know that.
My grandparents went to school with Dr. King, everyone.
That's right.
Okay, can I finish recording?
Oh, sorry. Now you need me to help explain them to them. Because they don't.
I know.
They didn't vote.
Let me say this too. And that is true. Democrats did not represent, it was about 5% less of black people who did not show up to the polls than what showed up for the polls for Obama. That 5% makes a huge difference. You have a lot of people saying, oh, but a lot of people still voted, but they voted for third party. Okay, I get that. But we all know the third party wasn't going to win anyway, so what was the point? And majority of that third party still was not the black vote. That was still more white people who didn't like Trump, a lot of Republicans who were pissed off with Trump being in office, but still did not want to support Hillary. So they just voted for the third party. But still, in the midst of all those people that voted for the third party, if we still would have had majority of the minority vote, who is majority Democratic vote, then Donald Trump would not be in office right now. So again, we need to take this time to educate ourselves, to educate our culture, to educate our youth, to find this time to unify, to find this time to take a stand, and to not be defeated. Now that's one thing. Our ancestors fought as hard as they did because they were determined not to be defeated. And this is a moment in time where we have to fight so that we are not defeated. And we can do that. We can't have enough unity, and we can't have enough resources that we gather together so that we do not allow what is happening to be defeated. Now, mind you, God's will be God's will. Revelations, I mean, we're already in it. Revelations is going to happen. The world we are in hard times, and we're going to see worse times. So for us Christians, yes, we are covered by the blood, and we have the hand of God protecting us and all of those things. But God calls us to action. God calls us to action. And in the midst of this action, we need to do what I just said. And as well in the church, we need to use this as opportunities to evangelize and minister. Now I'm done. I love you all. I ask that you share this video, spark the discussion. And I'm talking about spark the discussion with white people too, because it needs to happen. And especially with white men. What are going to be the resolutions from this? What are we going to do to overcome? Until next time, deuces and smooches. So this allows me to get money too, and you to get money. I mean, it's like a win-win for the both of us. Who doesn't want free money and an easy way to get it? So